focus of this week's PowerPoint presentation is on instructional strategies in physical education. The components of instruction for PE involve creating a safe environment for students, managing your classroom well, and utilizing effective teaching strategies. A safe environment in PE involves both physical and psychological safety. Physical safety relates to whether or not the facilities are safe, whether or not the equipment is being used safely and is maintained well, and whether or not students are being supervised. It also pertains to the teacher being prepared for emergencies. Psychological safety relates to how students feel physically, socially, and emotionally in the classroom. Teachers' responsibility is to make sure that students treat everyone with respect and that diversity is affirmed. And it is also teachers' responsibility to intervene if they note any forms of harassment. Effective teaching, whether it's PE or any other subject, involves planning lessons. In the case of PE, there are 4 components to a lesson plan. The opening involves making sure students understand the content standards of the lesson, that they know the purpose of the lesson and why it's important. The instruction phase of the lesson is where the teacher is actually using strategies to help students learn the content, and those strategies will vary depending on what it is the teacher is trying to teach. The practice phase involves students working in small groups, getting some corrective feedback on the skill that they may be learning, and the instructor monitoring students' progress as they practice. During closing, the content of the lesson is reviewed, perhaps by asking students questions about the lesson. It may be journal responses, but in some way it's getting feedback on what it was the lesson was about and what the students learned. Instructional strategies are varied in PE. They include games, problem-based learning, cooperative learning, stations, role-playing, just to name a few. When teaching a motor skill, it also may involve some demonstration, giving students cues so that they know what specific skills they need to master to accomplish that particular task. So the key is finding the instructional strategy that matches what it is you're trying to teach. Classroom management involves being proactive rather than reactive. It means having routines and procedures established, having rules and consequences that address student behavior, and being able to manage a group in an outdoor setting where you're able to set students up in groups, distribute equipment effectively so that students can participate in the activities.